Good morning, students. In previous lecture, we have seen vapor pressure, cavitation, and everything. We have completed our module 1. Now let us go to module 2, that is fluid statics. Okay, before this one, uh, whatever numericals we have solved and everything in our first module. The entire module is, the weightage of first module is we are having almost 25 marks. 25 marks we can prefer, whether it is basic definitions, numericals, whatever it is there. Okay. Generally, in first module, we will get both. Numerically, we will get, and alternatively, we will get theory part also. So be prepared. Almost, if you see our pass mark is 32, but here only almost 25 marks you are getting in your first module only. So I think it is easy to pass and easy to learn also. Okay. Now let us go to today's, that is fluid statics. Okay. First of all, fluid static means static fluid, we can say, means when fluid is there at rest, how much force will be there, like that. Okay. Now our first topic is fluid pressure at a point. For suppose, see here, uh, here there is one small vessel. Okay, in this one we are having one point, either point we can say, or whether weight we can say, something mass we can say, or something object we can say. For that object, how much force or how much pressure will be there, that one we will have to know. Okay, now consider a small area dA in large mass of fluid. Okay, just for suppose, consider a large mass like this. Okay, the area of this bar is dA. Okay, if a fluid is stationary, then the force exerted by the surrounding fluid on the area dA will always be perpendicular to dA. Means what he is saying here, it is for the force, if there is in this direction dA, and in this direction also dA only will be there. Why? Because we are assuming here. What we are doing, we are assuming here. Okay, let dF is the force acting on dA in normal direction. Means here dA is nothing but area, then force will be dF. Okay, if dA is area and dF will be the force, then the ratio of, means for suppose I want to lift this one, means I want to lift this object, what I require, obviously force I require. Means if I am applying some force, means first of all I have to know, I have to imagine what is the area of this object. What is the area of this object? If I know the area, then we can notice how much pressure we can apply. Okay, that is it is a ratio of dF by dA, that is force upon area, is known as intensity of pressure, or simply pressure, and the ratio is denoted by rho. Sorry, P you can say, that is P is equal to dF by dA. And if force is uniformly distributed area, instead of dF, here I am taking F upon A, that is P is equal to F upon area. Means this pressure you have seen before also. Where we have seen, that is stress formula we have seen. What is the stress formula? Stress is equal to force upon area. Here, as per fluid mechanics, instead of stress we will take here pressure. Means instead of stress, rho, density also you can say, density is nothing but mass upon volume, that's why I am taking here pressure. So what we have to know, what is our stress formula? Sigma. Stress is equal to force upon area, and here instead of stress I am taking the pressure P. So what is our formula for P? P is equal to force upon area. Means whatever the formula it is there, that is P is equal to force upon area. This formula will be helpful for entire module. Means like in first module, what formula we have seen? Tau is equal to mu into du by dy. The same formula, if you see that tau is equal to mu into du by dy, starting to ending, it is there. Means whatever numerical we are solving, that is helpful for us. Here also same, the pressure formula, that is force upon area, it will be useful for us for entire module. Okay, now units, here for suppose if pressure is equal to force upon area, then what will be the force? Force is equal to pressure into area. Means if how much pressure, first of all I have to know how much pressure is acting on this object into area, that is equal to force. See here, that is force or pressure is equal to, F is equal to P into A. F is equal to P into A. The units are kgf per meter square and kgf per centimeter square. What is this kg here? Kilogram force. What is this kg of kilogram force? And this is in MKS units. This is in MKS units. Okay. Now one more formula, that is in SI unit, Newton per meter square and Newton per mm square. This is in SI unit. This is in SI unit. In SI unit generally we will have mm, not in centimeter square or something. This whatever this Newton per mm square is, if 1 Newton per mm square is equal to 1 megapascal, 1 Newton per mm square is equal to 1 megapascal. Where it will be helpful for you, this formula? This one will be helpful for you in concrete technology also. Where it will be helpful in concrete technology. Here, Newton per meter square is known as Pascal. Means what I said now, 1 Newton per mm square is equal to megapascal. Then Newton per meter square is equal to Pascal, and it is represented as PA. Means for suppose a kilogram force it is there. How I am writing here? kgf. And Pascal, how I have to write here? PA. Now other commonly used units are kilopascal is equal to kPa is equal to kilopascal. What is kilo? That is nothing but 1000 Newton per meter square. Bar means it is like largest area, that is 100 kilopascal. 1 bar is equal to 100 kilopascal, that is 10 is to 5 Newton per meter square. Why 10? 100 means what? 10 square. Okay. Here already 1000 is there, that is 10 cube. 3 plus 2, 5. That is 10 is to 5 Newton per meter square. Now let us go to one derivation today, which is important. The derivation is, the weightage of this derivation is 8 marks to 10 marks. Okay. The derivation name is here Pascal's law. What is the derivation? Pascal's law. Here Pascal is nothing but one of the scientists. Who is he? He is scientist. He is saying that if any object, for suppose this is my object, if I am seeing pressure in x direction, pressure in y direction, pressure in z direction is equal. What he is saying? Px, Py, Pz is equal in all direction. What he is saying is equal in all direction. Means how it is equal in all direction, we have to see in derivation and we have to prove it. What he is saying, Pascal's law, it says that pressure or intensity of a pressure is equal in all directions. Okay, it proves that. So we have to make some means we have to prove it, whether Px is equal to Py is equal to Pz. We have to take one object and we have to solve it, and then we will get the value. That is here what I am considering. Considering a fluid at rest as shown in figure. Means here I am taking one fluid that is in rest position. From that, around the point of intersect P in the fluid, let us put all wedges in small dimensions, that is dx, dy and ds. Okay, either here dx, dz, ds is there. Instead of that one, dx, dy also you can take. Means in different textbooks he will change that value. Let the depth normal be plane at paper B. Depth is normal B he is considering. In some of the derivations we choose z be the vertical coordinator. Means in some derivation z will be there, but in some derivation y will be there. Nothing is changed here. Okay. Now don't see this. Now let the pressure or intensity of pressure is Px, Py and Pz. Here pressure, how I am considering? Px, Py, Pz are acting on the face AB, BC, AC and BC. AB, BC and either CA you can say or AC you can say. That is both are correct. Now pressure normal to the surface and weight of element in vertical direction. Means we have, these are the two forces. One is weight of the element in vertical direction and another one is pressure normal to the surface. Let us take angle ABC is equal to theta. Means ABC is equal to theta. Where is our theta? It is exactly at the near to the B. Then the force acting on the element are pressure normal to the force and weight of element in vertical direction. Means weight is acting in vertical direction. Now then the forces are force on the face AB. Means force on the force. If here px into dy into 1 is nothing but force, some force is acting, means what is that force? Px is nothing but pressure in x direction. This AB, how will be there? AB is in vertical direction, that is dy, that is dy into 1 is nothing but like volume. Generally whenever we are designing, we will design for 1 meter width. How much we will design? 1 meter width. That's why I am taking here into 1. That is px into area of face AB. How much here it is there? Dy. See here. Area of face AB is dy into 1. Similarly, on the face AC, here pressure, how it is acting? It is acting in vertical direction. That is py into dx into 1. Now force on face BC is equal to pz into dz into 1. So here we got three faces. Force on AB is px into dy into 1. Force on AC is py into dx into 1. And force on face BC is equal to pz into dz into 1. Either dz we can take or ds we can take. Here what I am taking? ds I am taking. So here also instead of z you can take x. That is our wish. Based on our convenient, we can change the value. See here, instead of dx he has written as delta x. Delta x is nothing but change in pressure. Change in pressure, like that. Now, weight of an element is equal to, generally the weight formula is m into g. What is our weight formula? Mass into acceleration due to gravity. What is mass here? Volume into rho. Why? Because what is the formula for density? Density rho is equal to m upon v. So mass on element is equal to volume into rho, that is into g. Here what will be the volume? Area into width. What will be the volume? Area into width. What is the structure of this one here? What is the structure of this one? It is right angle triangle. That is half into AB into AC. Half into AB into AC into 1. This one is nothing but 1 for 1 meter width into rho into Z. Okay. Now where rho is equal to density of fluid. Now resolving forces in x direction. Resolving forces in x direction. Like in x direction, what forces are there? We have to consider that one. That is px into dy into 1 minus pz into ds into 1. Why? Because it is coming in inclination direction. It is coming in some inclination direction. Here we are not getting, for suppose see here, it is coming in this direction. At somewhere the x value will be touch here. Into here, as if you see the structure how it is there, exactly at the B location we are having theta. And how much value will be there here? That is 90 degrees. So sine of, because opposite side, on opposite side we are having the x direction, on opposite direction we are having the x direction, that is sine of 90 minus theta. What is sine of 90 minus theta? Cos theta. That is px into dy into 1 minus pz into ds into 1 into cos theta is equal to 0. Okay. Now but from the figure, what will be the cos theta formula? Dy by cos theta is equal to dy by ds. What is cos theta? Dy by ds. That is adjacent side divided by, sorry, opposite side divided by hypotenuse. That is dy by dx. That implies dy is equal to ds cos theta. What is dy now? Dy is equal to ds cos theta. Now here what it is there? ds is there. ds cos theta is there or not there? ds into 1 into cos theta means how much? ds cos theta. So instead of ds cos theta, I am taking as dy. So now the above equation will become px into dy into 1 minus, instead of ds cos theta, how much value we got here? Dy. That is pz into dy into 1. So here dy cancel, 1 cancel. What will be the remaining? Px is equal to pz. So this is becoming as equation number 1. Now coming to second one. Similarly, resolving forces in y direction. That is in y direction, what are there? What is there here? Py into dx into 1. That is first one. Minus again same pz into ds into 1 minus. Now here whenever we are considering, see here weight of element, one point is there. weight of element is in vertical direction. Weight of element is in vertical direction means in vertical direction we are having some weight here. In vertical direction we are having some weight. What is the formula for weight we have calculated here? AB into AC into 1 divided by 2. What is AB here? AB is nothing but dy. AC is nothing but dx. Same value I have taken here. That is pz into. Now here formula will be changed. As we are considering in y direction, we will get cos theta now. How we will get cos of 90 minus theta? That is cos of 90 minus theta minus what is our weight of the element? Dx into dy divided by 2. Why? See here, AB into AC divided by 2. What is AB? AB is nothing but dx. AC is AB is nothing but dy and AC is nothing but dx. That is dx into dy divided by 2 into 1 into rho into z. So again, what is cos of 90 minus theta? Cos of 90 minus theta is nothing but sin theta. That is py into dx into 1 minus pz into ds into 1 into sin theta minus dx into dy divided by 2 into 1 into rho into z. Now, what is the formula for sin theta now? Sin theta is equal to dx divided by ds. What is our sin theta? Dx divided by ds. That is adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. That is, what is our adjacent side here? Value is dx divided by ds. So what will be the value of dx here? Dx is equal to ds sin theta. And also, as element is very small, means if you see here, we are not taking any large structure. Here I am assuming it as small structure. For small structure, hence weight is negligible. As the element is very small, here weight is negligible, because if you see here, in question he has not given any weight. Okay, but we are considering the weight of the object. As here weight is very small, we can neglect that weight. If I am neglecting this value, means I am removing this value. No, entire value I am taking as 0. Okay, now what is the value of ds sin theta here? Dx, that is py into dx into 1 minus pz into dx into 1. Dx dx cancel, 1 1 cancel. The final value is py is equal to pz. Make it as equation 2. Now what is our equation 1? Px is equal to pz. And what is equation 2? Py is equal to pz. Now by comparing equation 1 and 2, px is equal to py is equal to pz. That is, now here what is there? Pressure in x direction is equal to pressure in y direction is equal to pressure in z direction. Means what is happening here? Whenever you are solving numerical, we can take blindly here also, because what Pascal's law is saying, when object is constant, we can take that in all direction pressure will be equal. That is, px is equal to py is equal to pz. This will be helpful in our numerical, no problem. So the above equation shows that pressure at any point in x, y, z direction is equal in all directions. So what is the statement of our Pascal's law? What he said, pressure is equal in all directions. We have proved that one. Okay. Actually, the only derivation is important here. This derivation we will get for 8 to 10 marks. We have to prepare this one. And this is about today's lecture. And by tomorrow, means for tomorrow's lecture, what I will do, I will give for your assignment 1 also. Okay. So friends, this is about today's lecture. Thank you.